I'm trying to do is to simulate for you all how we would start a weanling or a yearling horse that hasn't been handled, how to do certain things. And we've been working on in hand and leading and just flexing and eliminating resistance in the horse. So now the next thing you want to do is a very big deal is picking their feet up and holding their feet up for the ferry. Well, you don't conquer that battle in the shoeing area with the guy that's in a hurry, that's impatient to start with, probably trying to trim the feet on something for the first time. If you make that a bad experience the first time, you've got trouble for the rest of your life with that horse. So what I like to do is to make the first experience very pleasant. Okay? And the first thing I want to explain, I'd like to repeat it 10 times so you make sure you hear me. It's not about picking the feet up or holding the foot up. It's about teaching that animal, whether it be a horse or a donkey or a mule, doesn't care, I don't care what it is. It's to teach him to stand on 3 legs, 3 feet. But what happens is he picks his foot up and then he's standing on 3, and he's not used to that, so he feels like he's going to fall. He feels imbalanced. So what we're going to do is we're going to encourage him and help him to learn how to stand on 3 feet in a balanced way and be secure about it. So the first thing that happens usually is your farrier comes and picks the foot up, gives it to him. He stands there for about a minute, and then he starts feeling like he's imbalanced, he's going to fall, then he wants to put his foot down. Then that guy gets a little impatient, he picks it up and he growls at him, and then the pot gets to boiling and things get out of hand. So I've got a little technique here that I've discovered and kind of came up with over the years on my own. Works pretty doggone good. So what I'm going to do, first of all, like in my last video, I'm going to give him yielding speed. Pressure, loop, pressure, loop, pressure. And if you didn't watch the video we did before this of getting him to lead by his foot, you need to watch that video, because you don't want to do this until you've done that. So you got to kind of go in order. Okay? So now here, come back here and I'm going to ask him to pick his foot up, and I'm going to hold it. Not past the knee, and drop it. Pick it up. So see, when you get something that's unspoiled, so I can look at his feet right now, they've never been trimmed in his life. And that's why I wanted to do this, to keep it careful. But we're going to trim his feet here in just a little bit. But what we're going to do is we're going to do this in a proper way. I've got a saying is, you've got to take the time it takes. Okay. Now, rope around like this. If he can't get this away from me, and I'm teaching him to stand on 3 legs. You see how I've got this rigged? He cannot extend his foot, and he can't get away from it. So now we'll just stand here a little bit, me and Barney. You give him the opportunity. Whoop, there you go. Barney, that wasn't how we did it. That one did. I wrapped it around his foot now. So if I allowed him to get that foot away from me, that was our problem. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is come off up here, rub the bottom of his foot, grasp, and it's not good. Okay. So there's a donkey that's never had his feet trimmed, right out of the pasture. Stick his foot up like that. Now we'll pause and we'll go to the back foot. Okay, so Nikki wanted me to demonstrate one more time how to do this wrap, okay? So I'm gonna come around like this, and I can come around his foot like that, like that. And then I'm gonna take my brush. So rather than starting with a rasp, let's just use a brush. Let's just use something mild. Let's make this an experience for me, okay? So that rasp might scare me for us. So we're gonna use our brush, okay? Take our hoof pick. I'm not going to get too aggressive with it. We're just going to rub the bottom like that. I'll push like this. Okay, so I've got this, but he cannot get that foot away. So the first time we trim him here, we're going to hold the rope like this. We're not going to work too hard at this. We're not going to break a sweat at it. Now we'll go to the back feet. So you can watch it. Alright, so now we're going to work on the back feet. We're going to start with our little stick right here. So before we get too far along, we're going to take and make sure he's okay. His flag. Okay? I've already done that. I was taking time. You take this and you rub it. So let's say if you do this and he kicks. So say if that back leg on the other side, I take my stick from the far side and rub his foot. And if he wants to kick with that one, he can kick over there and I'm over here. Okay? So let's say if he wants to kick with his foot on this side, I'd be real silly condition him on this side because I'm going to take it in chops probably sooner or later. He's very accurate with his feet. So I just take this and I rub it inside and I touch him everywhere. I don't want him to flinch at all, okay? So if I do this and he's flinching like that, I don't want that. I want him to be totally relaxed with my presence underneath him and around him, okay? So like if I do this, things like this, and he's startled, well that tells me that I gotta back up and do my homework a little more because all of it do is turn this into a ruckus. Okay? I'm going to take my piece of cotton rope like this. And notice how calm I am, patient, and I'm trying to be very graceful in my movement. Okay? So if I pulled that rope and he started jumping around and flinching, I know I got to go back and do the homework a little bit. So I don't want him to be afraid. I want him to be very obedient. See, look at that. Pressure. So here at Windy Hill Farm, if we get a horse or anything in here that hasn't had a whole lot of human contact, we really think we've got a treasure because a lot of these problems are associated with somebody doing it wrong the first time. So, here we've got a great opportunity. Barney, he's just an old donkey off some farm out in the country and nobody handled him a whole lot. So he was very giving, very, very gracious with his respect. So thank you, Barney. I had some donkeys in here a couple of weeks ago that came from out west from the Bureau of Land Management. See, those donkeys can kind of beat around in those pens, handled like cows and livestock and head shoots and things like that probably. Let me just tell you, that was of course a different color there. That was tough. That was really cost more, so we ended up, we sold him to a guy that needed him to be a livestock guardian for his cows. Because you know what? Once they're spoiled, it's really hard to get that back. It's kind of like trying to cure a dog killing chickens. Okay? Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to hold this rope. I'm going to stimulate and foot, but I'm going to do it in a way where you can't get that foot away from you. Okay? But I'm not getting in a fight with it. Okay? Let's hold it. I'm going to let him drop it on my terms. I didn't let him drop it on his. Pick it up. Get the brush off his foot. Once again, I'm teaching him to stand on 3 feet. I'm not teaching him to pick his foot up as much. Big difference. The biggest problem people have with mules and donkeys is they don't pick their feet up because nobody cared enough about them to put their time with them. Set this up where his options are very limited right now. The one thing that's happened is you got a raft in his hand and you're trying to turn his feet and go through this ceremony. I think this all worked out very thank you. And I couldn't put weight on this foot. I don't want that. I want his hand pulled up. And you put all his weight on his other 3 feet. So, I'm going to do this on all 4 feet, and I'm going to get it to where I can reach down there, my hand, keep the rope hooked up. Even now when we trim his feet, I'm going to keep this rope on him. He's not going to get it away. I'm going to get him used to me being here. Get him used to me picking him up. I'm not going to lose the rope. Now, if you got one that starts kicking, you got a problem. You gotta get your flag, get on the other side, with that leg, where it'll take the weight off of it. So if he kicks with it, move him over and let him put the weight on the one that's kicking on it. You can't kick it, he's got his weight on it. The worst thing you can do is get him afraid, get him to where he feels he's got to defend himself. That's a battle you're not going to win. So that's how you do it. That's how I recommend it.